Hi kids, this is a story called The Tiny Seed by Eric Carle, and it's about a tiny seed who goes through a lot to become who she's supposed to be. Okay, let's read about it. The tiny seed. It is autumn. A strong wind is blowing. Can you be a strong wind blowing? Good, good, good. It's working. It blows the flower seeds high in the air and carries them far across the land. One of the seeds is smaller than all of the others. Will it be able to keep up with the others? And where are they going? Can you see the tiny seed? One of the seeds flies higher than the others, and it goes up, up, up. It goes way too high, and guess what? The sun just burnt it up. But the tiny seed didn't fly that high, and she's still going. Another seed lands on a tall and icy mountain. The ice never melts, and so the seed can't grow. But the rest of the seeds fly on. But the tiny seed, it doesn't go as fast as the other ones. Now they fly over the ocean, and one seed falls into the water, and it drowns. And the others sail on in the wind, but the tiny seed is still alive and doesn't go as high as the others. Can you see it? Can you see her? That's right, there she is. One seed drifts down onto the desert floor. It's hot and it's dry, too hot and dry. It can't grow there. And now the tiny seed is flying very low, but it still pushes on with all of the others. Can you see the tiny seed? No, that's not it. Oh, yes, that is it. Good job. Finally, the wind stops, and the seeds fall gently down onto the ground, and a bird comes by, and he eats one of the seeds up for lunch. But the tiny seed is so small that the bird can't even see it. Oh, now it's winter. After their long trip, the seeds all settle down. They look just as if they're going to sleep in the earth. The snow falls and covers them like a soft white blanket. And a hungry mouse that lives in the ground eats one of the seeds for his dinner, and the tiny seed lies very, very still. And guess what? The tiny seed was even too small and still for the mouse to see. Oh, okay, so it was autumn, and then it was winter, and now it's springtime. And after a few months, the snow has melted, and it is really springtime, like right now in our real lives right now. Birds fly by, and the sun shines, and the rain falls, and the seeds grow so round and full, they start to burst open a little bit. Now they're not just seeds anymore, they are plants. First, they send roots down into the earth, and then their little stems and leaves begin to grow upward to the sun and air. There's another plant that grows really big and much faster than all the other plants. It's a big fat weed, and it takes all the sunlight and all the rain from all the other small new plants. And look, the one that was closest to it died. But here's the tiny seed growing into a plant. Doing it. She's coming into her destiny. The warm weather also brings children out to play. They too have been waiting for the sun in the springtime. One child doesn't see the plants as he runs along, and oh no, he broke it. So this one can't grow anymore. That seed didn't make it. But these two are still going. Look at the tiny seed. He's the littlest one. The tiny plant that grew from the tiny seed is growing fast, but its neighbor grows even faster. Before the tiny plant has 3 leaves, the other plant has 6. Let's count. Here's the tiny plant. How many leaves does the tiny plant have? 1, 2, 3. Good. How many leaves does the big plant have? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, this plant has 7. Well, look, there's a bud and now even a flower. But what's happening? There's footsteps. What does it look like is happening? Somebody picked it from the ground. Now it's not alive anymore because he gave it to his friend. Looks like the tiny seed's the only one left. It's true, because now it's summertime. And the tiny plant from the tiny seed is all alone. It grows on and on. It doesn't stop. The sun shines on it and the rain waters it. It has many leaves. It grows taller and taller. It's taller than the people. It's taller than the trees. It's taller than the houses. And now a flower grows on it. And people come from near and far to look at this flower. It's the tallest flower they've ever seen. It is a giant flower. The end.